One friendly young man that I'm coaching with his fitness and diet, Jeroen Kieming from the Netherlands, has an interesting question for you, Brian.
Okay.
He says, what's your opinion? In the Netherlands, we can only get for TRT Androgel or Sustanon 250, and that is injected every 2 to 3 weeks. Which one is the best of those two very bad choices?
Oh,
Consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and you'll be on your way.
that one's a hard one.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I would suggest? I don't know which one is better. What I would suggest is potentially experimenting with both. Um, maybe he does a 3 month. He could work with his doctor. Now again, he's injecting 2 or 3 times. What is it? Once every 2 or 3 weeks, which
Yeah.
obviously we're not huge fans of. We're a fan of multiple times a week, lower dose, clearly. But what I would suggest, if sometimes again, take the best of two bad options, right? So it might mean experimenting with both of those over the course of the year. Sometimes what we explain to our clients is that, we're obviously, when people come to us, they want immediate results. We want people to have immediate results, right? Who doesn't want to lose 20 pounds in a month? Who doesn't want to, feel dramatically better in a month? But we also try to explain to everyone that first, your hormone levels didn't become deficient over time or suboptimal, from one day to the next. This is usually a slow, gradual decline. I think they estimate that testosterone levels decline, 10 to 20% a decade. In some cases, I think it could be greater than that, right? At the same time, you're not going to get in shape, or feel better in a short period of time. So why not, maybe take the first year? If you look at the overall arc of your life, and I'm not sure how old he is, but
Well,
let's
25, 27, something like that.
okay.
No, not 30 yet.
So he's 27 years old. Let's say he's going to live for another average lifespan is let's say 80, right? It's a 73 years. Why not take a year and try to figure out which program is the best? Why not take 6 months and try one and try 6 months of the other? And maybe you can sort of go back and figure out, which one did you feel best on, which mentally, physically, uh, and then you could make a decision. You have sort of two not great options, but you can then um, from a personal perspective, make a decision. And I think that, another thing which is important to understand is that different people respond differently to different protocols. So, he may go to a forum and find a thread and do some research. And in that forum, they may be pro one versus the other. He may find a different thread, and that thread may indicate that there's a different, another one, which is the other option is the better option. And so you'll get conflicting data. Um, I don't know. I would probably myself try the injections first, but but again, I don't think there's anything wrong with like I said, taking a year and trying to figure out what's best. I mean, we do that a lot with our clients. Even we may start them at an initial dose, say an initial program, and say, listen, let's take the year and chop it up into 3 to 4 month segments.
Yeah.
Let's see what type of progress we can have in the first 3 months. You come in. We also have a body composition scale. So a lot of our clients that come to us are trying to get in a little bit better shape. We have some guys who come to us and they're in excellent shape, like yourself prior to starting. So you're coming, clients like you are coming for a totally different reason. But we do have a fair number of clients that are coming to us and they're trying to recompose their body, get in shape and feel better. So we're working with them constantly over time, and we bring them into the office and we have them weigh in on the body comp scale, and we sit down and we talk through, hey, how are you feeling? How's the diet been over, first of all, how do you feel? Do you feel stronger? Have you been able to go to the gym? How's the diet been? And we have data points, which we have the initial body composition scale weigh in. And then each time they come into the office, we can sort of see if they're making progress or not making progress. and we may need to make some tweaks based on progress. They may be making great progress from a physicality perspective, but still not feel great. And so, we make adjustments both on physical progress, but I think also how they're feeling and emotional progress as well. And it's working with someone over time. And then the longer that you work with someone, the more adjustments that you make, the better off that they feel. And so, like I said, in that case, if you don't have great options, maybe experiment with both. Talk to your urologist and say, hey, is it possible? How long do you think is a good enough experimental period with each item that I would feel, and make sure that the urologist is okay with you switching.
Yeah. Best, of course, would be to try to educate the provider and ask him if it's possible to inject every week 1/3 of an ampule, for example.
Yeah. I wonder also, sometimes are they constricted by whatever the medical profession is in that country?
Yeah, probably.
Sometimes it's unfortunate, but I think that doctors, the way that they're classically trained, are doing something within a certain type of protocol.
I think even on the leaflet of Sustanon 250 here in Belgium and Holland, it even says this has to be injected every 3 weeks intramuscularly. Point.
Right.
Period. So the doctor sticks to that, and he sees no options to go around it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would do some type of study which asks the clients how they feel on day 2 versus how they feel on day 20.
Yeah.
Maybe that could start some change. Or maybe if they did some lab work, frequent lab work, and they found out what is the testosterone level, what are your levels on day 1 versus what are your levels on day 20, maybe that could start to change some minds over there. I don't know. We don't have any experience with Sustanon here, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.